Joining. You're welcome in. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know. Happy Democracy Day, guys. Happy Democracy Day. Happy Democracy Day. Happy Democracy Day. Our government are telling us today, especially President Tinubu, that our Renew Hope agenda is working, our democracy is working, everything is going well. But let me ask you a question. If your child bring a report card home and it scores 29%, what do you think they will write there? Will you say the child try? 29% is still failure now. It's F. What do you call it? F. So I don't want you guys that will be coming in or that will see this later to now think that maybe I'm coming from a place of sentiment, right? This is not sentiment. These are pure facts. What I'm going to be bringing to you is just going to be pure facts. No sentiment, right? So we are going to be working with facts today. Working with facts and the database. So 53 specific promises, documented campaign promises that 53 documented campaign promises that Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the Nigerian people has received under the Renew Hope agenda. Now, I would love to tell you how many he broke, how many promises he has not fulfilled, but I want to list it out. I listed them out so that I will not forget any. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, So let's go. Pillar number 1, because these are the things that we use to measure if Happy Independence Day, Happy Democracy Day. Is it the independence or democracy? That's an error. Just note that it's democracy we're talking about. Okay. So pillar number 1, the economy. Under the economy, Tinubu made 12 distinct promises to achieve double-digit gross domestic product growth, to reduce unemployment by half, and then stabilize the local currency. That's the pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, national security. Under that, he made 7 critical promises, which are to recruit additional frontline military personnel. He also talked about deploying advanced area surveillance to eliminate kidnapping entirely. Yet we have the Oyo. Please forgive the title there. Is Democracy Day. That's just my error. Let's move to the next one. Pillar number 3, agriculture and food security. He made 8 promises to cultivate 500,000 acres of farmland, establish a cooperative farmers council, and bring down food inflation. I promise you that food. Okay, we are not planning to. Let's just keep reading. Then we'll talk about the ones he has broke, so that I don't jump anything. Let's go. We're just reading the promises of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Renew Hope agenda. Pillar number 4, power and infrastructure. Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Renew Hope agenda made 8 promises to generate sufficient electricity and eliminate estimated utility bill. He said, you will have electricity and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. If I couldn't fulfill it and I come for second term, do not vote for me. You remember that statement? Bola Ahmed Tinubu made that statement. He also talked about reviving the Ajaokuta Steel Company. Are we together? Let's go to pillar number 5. Pillar number 5, he said what? Education and healthcare. That's on education and healthcare, pillar number 5. He said he made what? 6 promises to establish national student loan funds. Okay, which we know he has. Let's just keep going. And then make basic healthcare completely affordable for the poorest vulnerable citizen. Let's read the next one. Let's not, so that we'll be fast. We'll now talk about the promises he has won and the one he has what? Broken. Pillar number 6, digital economy and creative industry. Under this one, he made 6 promises to launch what? A presidential creative advisory team. And guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. and expand youth technology hub outside major cities. Pillar number 7, governance and social investment. He made 6 promises to launch a real-time citizen delivery tracker app, implement 35% affirmative action for women in government, and then expand direct social cash transfer. That's pillar number 7. Good. That makes it exactly 53 social contracts signed when the citizens of Nigeria, according to the definitive third-year evaluation report. Out of these 53 promises, only 11 have been kept. Once again, happy Independence Day. Only 11 has been what? Kept. 22 have been heavily compromised. 20 have been completely broken. That is the overall success rate of just what? 20.8%. So if your child brings a report card home and score 20.8% out of 100%, has he passed or he has failed? So we are going to be taking them by category, right? We are going to take them by category. Remember that this Tinubu mocked Goodluck Ebele Jonathan on the matters of security. He said that Goodluck Jonathan is clueless. That is what? He is clueless. So I don't want you guys to come to the comment section and now claim that maybe I'm being sentimental or I'm speaking from a place of emotions. Listen, I'm working with National Accountability Database, right? That track everything. So we are going to go into it now fully. Let's talk about number 1, the promises, right? We're now dealing with number 1, the security promise from the critic to collapse. Listen carefully. The promise during his campaign, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he continuously mocked previous administration, including Goodluck Jonathan era, labeling them as clueless regarding national security. He promised to recruit 50 million youths. Let them take away from their recruitment source. What will they eat? Agbado, cassava, corn, yam is growing here. He promised to recruit and retain and properly equip our law enforcement agency, stating that his administration will completely eliminate banditry. Completely what? Eliminate banditry. These are his words, not mine. Tinubu's words, not mine. And they will eliminate terrorism in his first term. Now, Tinubu's goons are going on national television to say that even, I watched one day, that even Egypt and Israel, they were taken out of Egypt for how many years? Haba now. You guys, this is what they said. They said what? In their first term. What's the reality of this promise? The security situation has become a completely failure in Nigeria. We have had myriads of kidnapping all across Nigeria. Despite allocating a staggering 5.4 trillion naira to defense and security in the recent national budget, the streets are telling what? And a completely different story. Farmers in the Middle Belt have completely abandoned their farmlands. The same man that talk about farm, that they are going to get more food. Inflation is increasing. Why? One of the reasons is this. So follow me. Because what? Herdsmen, Fulani herdsmen, that's where it started from. They are attacking them in the Middle Belt. So they abandoned their farmland. People are scared to go to the farm. Right? Terrorists are still invading schools, including recent mass abduction in states like Kogi, Borno, or your state. While the military claim tactical successes in neutralizing minor commanders, the structural reality is that everyday Nigerian cannot travel safely on major highways. They cannot also go to farm because of the fear of being kidnapped. So if we score in security performance, it sits comfortably as a what? F. Please, after I read it, you will tell me the score. What has Tinubu score on security, please? Is it A or B or C or D? Let me know in the comment section. Let's go to the economic promise. The economic promise, which is the second pillar. The struggle of the Naira. Yes, what Tinubu promised. President Bola Ahmed, once again, if you're just joining, welcome, Happy Democracy Day. One songwriter says, "Say democracy lane, be crazy demo." Listen, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised to build a robust economy and achieve double-digit gross domestic product growth and stabilize national currency against foreign denomination. Are we together? And he also explicitly promised that what his reforms would bring prosperity to small businesses and manufacturing industries. Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate them. You have that responsibility. But the moment President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came, what did he do? He held the poor like this. The poor. Guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, say hi in the comment section. Go on, Amedu. I see you. Welcome in. The poor cannot breathe because the moment he entered, he said subsidy is gone. And the moment subsidy is gone, the poor can no longer breathe. Fuel moved from to 1,000. Complete it for me. What's the reality of this economic growth? The economic choices made by this administration have crippled the purchasing power of the ordinary citizen. We can no longer buy our gari easily. The naira has dropped from approximately 450 naira to $1 when he took office to over 1,000. There was a time it got to 1,700. God bless you. It's currently at 1,300. Yes. So this is the scorecard. Congratulations to us. Happy Democracy Day. And inflation has skyrocketed to over 34%, while food inflation peaked above 40%. Inflation alone is 34%. Food inflation has peaked to 40% under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Right? Businesses are shutting down. Do you know how many businesses are shut down? International businesses, stakeholders that have left Nigeria are shutting down because they can't afford diesel, they can't afford fuel anymore. The roads are bad. Oh my God. Over the 3 years, right? The cost of doing business has multiplied by 300%. You know how much you used to buy gari then? Restaurants, they know how much they used to buy rice then. Now, how much is it? The government claim our external reserves are rising on paper. Yes, I used to see this thing on news. You used to see it too. External reserve is rising on paper. But on ground, the market woman at mile 12, at Ojodo, at Bega, at everything, and the common man driving keke napep, me and you cannot afford basic basket of food items. If you take 1,000 naira to market, you come back with something inside one small nylon bag like this. Yes. Now, 50,000 naira said might not be enough for a household to survive on. Right now, if you are receiving a 100,000 naira salary, remember that minimum wage is 70,000 naira. But if you are receiving a 70,000, 100,000 naira salary, is almost not enough to feed you and your family comfortably. Yes. Thank you, go on. Guys, please ensure you are sharing the live stream and tapping the screen. Drop your comments when you find something interesting in the live stream. I appreciate you. Number 3, let's talk about the infrastructure and power promise. Oh God. You see, I'm sweating. No lights. No lights. The promise is one of the most heavy promise of the renewed hope agenda. It was about a total transformation of the power sector. So today, Tinubu is saying that they have passed bills. I watched his democracy speech, that the states can start generating their electricity. You see what Tinubu is doing? He's trying to, so that you can spread the blame on your governor, on your governors. Even when they collect money from all this VAT, before now, I said it to one of my friends this morning. I said, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has more to work with than any other president. 100K will only last you 2 weeks for any family. Yes, 100K can only 2 weeks. That's if you know how to manage. So, Tinubu is saying that he has allocated these things to states. Let me pause a bit and explain something to you guys. I hope you know that before now, they don't used to take 15 naira from every 10,000 naira transfer. It's only bank that used to take maybe 15 naira from each transfers that we make before. But now, bank will take their own. Then, what? The only this thing that we used to have to save money a little bit is those of us using fintech apps. So we only pay that 15 naira. Now that 15 naira is entering, is a VAT, is entering into government. And anytime, like sometimes I want to save money. Like if I save money, maybe 100,000 naira, I save it for 1 year, and they're supposed to give me 20,000 naira or maybe 18 or something. I hope you know that the bank needs to come out tax. It's something that's happened to me. I'm telling you, they will remove tax. These things don't used to happen before. Under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, tax has increased. There's now tax reform. People will cry at the end of this year. They cry because they are not taking tax. Hey. Let's just continue. We are digressing. Let's continue. What's the reality? This is one of the weakest area of the entire administration. Out of 8 major infrastructural promises tracked by civil society group, not a single one has been fully achieved. The national grid has collapsed more than 12 times. I hope you are aware. Leaving major cities in total darkness once in a while during this administration. Instead of a roadmap of fixing the power grid, the Minister of Power recently issued a public apology to Nigeria, which many analysts viewed as a confession of incompetence. To make matters worse, electricity tariffs were increased dramatically. I hope you know that light bill has increased since Bola Ahmed Tinubu came in. How much are you paying for light before he came in? How much are you paying now? And yet you cannot buy fuel. You cannot use gen because fuel is expensive. The price of gen has increased, forcing citizens to pay significantly more money for actual darkness. Now, there's a difference when we are paying higher money and we are getting the light. But we are paying higher money, we are not even getting the light. I'm sorry. We are not getting the light. Sorry. Let's continue. Number 4. We are tracking number 4 now. The accountability blow. The tracker is offline. Here's the promise here. To prove that its ministers would be held accountable, the administration hyped a launch of the Citizen Delivery Tracker app in April 2024. In 2024, they would say they would launch this. What was this tool about? Let me break it down for you guys. I wrote it here. The tool was supposed to allow everyday Nigerian to monitor the key performance indicator of every single federal minister in real life, in real time. Do you understand me? Like, he promised that there will be a portal where every Nigerian can track the daily expenses of the federal government officials, like the state, the senators, the state governors. Will be able to track their spending. We can be able to see what they use the money to do, how much came in, how much they spent for salaries, how much they spent for the roads they did, how much they spent for every project. That is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised, that there will be an accountability tracker. So what's the reality on ground? 2 years after that grand announcement, investigative reports have shown that the official tracker website is completely offline. The website is nowhere to be found, guys. It's completely what? Offline. Are we together? Which returns what? 404 error. The application has failed on accessibility, reliability, and transparency. You cannot even track what they are doing. They know what they are doing there. Yeah? So, the administration that promised to monitor its performance. Happy democracy to us. Let's move. We don't want to waste time. The number 5, minimum wage and social agenda promise. Yes, what the promise said. This administration promised to cushion the effects of first subsidy removal by implementing a living wage population. What's the reality of this one? I hope you know we have discussed something related just now. 70,000 naira can no longer help us. What's the reality? Why the president did sign 70,000 naira minimum wage into law after heavy pressure from labor union? We had to pressure them. Labor union had to pressure them before they even signed it into law. Hyperinflation has completely neutralized the value of that money. Inflation, even that 7,000 naira that they signed, inflation has eaten into it. That's the government that we are celebrating today. If somebody can have that 32,000 naira, it buys us more than what 70,000 naira is buying us in Tinubu administration during Buhari time. Safe. Let's even go back to Buhari. Let's go to Goodluck Jonathan time. That at 2,000 naira buys us more from the market. We can afford more. So economists have stated clearly that 70,000 naira today buys significantly less than 30,000 naira 5 years ago. Are you seeing it? The community-based distribution of palliatives have been heavily compromised by institutional corruption, with cash distribution frequently channeled to political loyalists rather than the poorest citizen who actually need it. Guys, I hope you can now see the total scorecard of our president. 28%. He has promised electricity, is failed. He has promised that they will be tracking their expenses. He failed. He has promised that we'll be having farms, we'll have a good product. Inflation has risen above food inflation. Inflation itself is at 30-something%. Food inflation has peaked at 40%. And IMF, on paper, they are saying that our economy is growing. Our Tinubu is fixing Nigeria. Relax. Everything is going well. You can never save anything from 72,000 naira now. Yes, go on. That time, if they pay it at 2,000, you can still save 3,500 at that time. You can still save. You know how much you buy food in the market. You know how much transport costs. Now, inside your locality, from one place to the other, you can spend 3,000 naira. I hope you know. Abi, that's not how it is in your own place. Inside just a city, to go from one place to another on bike, you can spend 2,000 naira. Then, while I was in school, that 4,000 naira used to take me a journey of 4 hours. Like traveling from one village, like one city to another. That time I was in Niger State. I had to travel from Mina to Kotangora, where I was schooling. Very far. You sit inside car for like 5 hours. But now, inside this locality, less than 30 minutes, you have to, because why? The money that was used to cushion fuel subsidy was taken. Now, I don't say it's bad that they took that subsidy. I'm not going to fault them. Because yes, when you look deeply, you feel like, but what about what you promised to cushion this effect on the ordinary men? Let me remind you guys something. I talked about the FAAC allocation. Our government, our governors in our different states have received billions in the past 3 months. Billions. When you see them shout, "On your mandate, we shall stand." There was one video I saw when they were singing, "On your mandate, we shall stand." Tinubu did like this. He did like this. Even he himself is warning them, keep quiet. You don't know the mandate you are standing on. You don't even know the mandate you are standing on. Tinubu, they are begging him now on the loans we are taking. Tinubu has become a colony. Lonado, Lonandio, Lon Rodriguez, Lonulabi, Felony, Colony, Olololon. That's what one guy was saying yesterday. I just kept laughing. We take loan and take loans and loans upon loans. It would have been good if those loans are bringing things that, but the thing is, the loan we are taking is more than the amount that the country is generating. So that means that when we are generating money, we are using the money we are generating to service debts. You people don't get it. We will all pay. Do you know now that as you are as a Nigerian, you are owing about, economists have said you are owing about 600,000 naira. The child in your wife's womb is already born into this world as a debtor, owing about 600 and something naira that he's going to pay. You see all those 50 naira you are paying? You are sweating and getting money. You will pay 50 naira when you go to market to transfer 10,000 naira. You want to buy Indomie, Abi? 10,800, right? You will pay 50 naira to service their loan. You will pay. All the loan Tinubu is taking, you will pay. He mocked Jonathan, that Jonathan is clueless as touching security. He mocked Jonathan. Guys, this country, our leaders have failed. Everything, you see all their promises. You can see all their promises. Starting from what? I read it for you guys here. Starting from the word, the security promise. Everything has collapsed. Look at those that they have kidnapped. Now, listen. When we say Tinubu has 20-something%, student loan, he succeed with it too. He signed student loan into power. There are some reasonable apprehension of some baby kidnappers. Like in Kwara State, they apprehend some kidnappers. In Abuja, the commissioner of police himself led the operation, and they apprehended 2. They killed 2 of the kidnappers, and some of them escaped with bullet wounds. It was 5 victims that they kidnapped, and they rescued them. Congrats. So we are not saying in a totality, Tinubu failed entirely. But when a child come back with a report card, and what you can see on the report card is, let's even take it higher because it's not up to that, 39%. 39% is what? In every school, I don't ever see, there's no school. It is F. It's only when you get 40, they will not say pass. But Tinubu has 20-something% out of the promises they've made. 53 promises. Press your calculator, please. They made 53 promises, and they have fulfilled only 11. Congrats, was happy Independence Day. Happy Independence Day. And sorry, it's democracy day, not independence. Happy Democracy Day. Are we really celebrating democracy when people are still in captivity? Children are still not safe. 53 promises. How many kept? 11. Tinubu's administration is a failure. So I saw a video yesterday, Daniel Boala, when they asked him that Tinubu said if he could not keep the promise, that they should not vote for him. He said Tinubu has not come for second term yet. I say everybody are defending him. Need I remind you that your governors are defending him? And somewhere in their heart, they believe that the attacks that we are getting by kidnappers, they are sponsored politically. Why would they believe that? Maybe, allegedly, they have also used that kind of tool before. So that's why he was in a press and he said, me? You want to scare me? You will not. To mean that they scared Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. These people know what they are doing. They gave themselves out. Ayo Fayose went to an interview and he was opening his mouth, to say that Seyi Makinde must have orchestrated. No, he didn't mention name. Sorry, I take that back. He said he feels, let me quote him correctly so I don't get in trouble. He feels that the kidnap in Oyo State was orchestrated in a way to discredit the current administration. So, why will you think that a presidential candidate who is still the governor of Oyo State will orchestrate a kidnapping to discredit a sitting president of which he is also part of the government? Who do you think can actually orchestrate that? Who do you think is best to orchestrate that? Is it not the person who, let me paint the scenario for you. I am Seyi Makinde. This is Tinubu. I decide that I want to run for presidency to challenge Tinubu. Now, insecurity is happening in my state where I'm still serving for over 2 terms now. That's 4 plus 3, 7 years. I have had a good record as Seyi Makinde in my state, Oyo State. He has led Oyo State and had a good track record such that the day he came to declare that he's going to be running for presidency under the PDP APM coalition, people came out in crowd. Remember that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Yoruba man. That same Oyo State that they kidnapped their people are carrying semovita and shouting, hey, APC, APC. So, if Seyi Makinde comes out as a Yoruba man, Southwest, he is going to further divide the votes of the Southwest that's supposed to go to Tinubu, the gullible people that will collect rice, that will collect semo, that will not save them, that will not fuel them for the next 4 years. So, if this guy is coming, he's going to come and divide the vote. Remember that Wike and Seyi Makinde were in a closed meeting with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Wike allegedly opened his mouth and said, Baba, don't worry, I will hold the PDP down for you. That is why you see that he did. Tell me if you know in the comment section, who is the candidate of PDP? If you know it, tell me, who is the candidate of PDP? He told him, he said, Baba, don't worry, I will hold the PDP down for you. So Seyi Makinde kept quiet. When they got outside, Seyi Makinde said, allegedly, that when did me and you agree that we will hand over the PDP to Bola Ahmed Tinubu? That was the day Seyi Makinde's fight and Wike's fight started. And that is when you now see why you now see there's a PDP Turaki faction, there's a PDP Wike faction. That's why PDP is no longer stable, because Wike is working for Baba. They are sharing this money. If you check, Wike has this government, they have the jurisdiction of it. He was saying it in his speech today that democracy is fought when even if people are not happy, they settle it through the courts. Excuse me, sir. The courts that you people already have. I talking about the courts that you people know the people that are there. Wike is giving lands to lawyers and judge in Abuja. So that when issues happen, what do you think happen? Somebody that's collected land, if Wike call him, if Wike have any issue of fraud tomorrow, I'm telling you, he will never be prosecuted. Because Wike has given lands. So back to the story of Oyo State. So if you look at the case scenario now, I want to ask you, who do you think will want to discredit who? Because now, who loses more? The person that loses more in this drama I just performed, it is Seyi Makinde. Because now you cannot look at Seyi Makinde and say, Oga, if you cannot protect 46 citizens of your state, how do you think that we should give you money to what? And we should give you power to become our president? We can never elect you. He has been discredited in the face of everyone watching him. Seyi Makinde. But Tinubu is still on power. He still has some things that they feel that he did well. Are you getting me? So Seyi Makinde is the one that is suffering from that, not Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Are you following me? Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you know that there's something called sleeping gas? The way when we go for protest, they will throw tear gas. I hope you know there's something called sleeping gas. That is why VDM took this protest to the Air Force base. He took it to the Air Force base because they are the one that have surveillance drones, they have jets, they have fighter jets, they have all the equipment. All you need to do is to take the fighter jets into the air, launch a sleeping gas into that place. The moment there are people that they trained in the abroad, yeah. They are special force. I swear, only 8 of them will rescue those students and kill those kidnappers. Because in case you don't know, those kidnappers are Ansaru. Actually, Biladin Sudan. That's their name. Biladin Sudan. They are a jihadist group, a small fragment of the Boko Haram group. If you cannot just deploy intelligent force and save the children, it's almost getting to 1 month. Almost getting to 1 month, and we are celebrating Democracy Day. Are we really having democracy? A democracy where an elected president, when he was going to campaign, he said, I will win. He said somewhere, he said, snatch it, collect it, and run away. There's nothing you can do. Such that even if you win the election, they know what to do. And if you complain, they'll tell you go to court. And they're asking you to go to court because it is them you go and meet there. It is them you still go and meet in the court. So sleeping gas alone, through those fighter jets, having located where those guys are, would have just saved everything. But for the past almost 1 month, 20-something days now, children are sleeping in cold. One man lost his life. The only offense that man did was to serve Nigeria. Nigeria, we hate our own native land. 8 is too much. 5 will do. Nigerian government can do it because they can, because someone is benefiting. If not, I dare them to do it in 24 hours. Thank you, bro, Jerry. Somebody's benefiting from this. 5 of them, 5 intelligence force, if they enter into that forest, I swear to God, nobody will die. None of those captives will die, and they will neutralize them. Now, you want to enter, you people should better check them, or hold the federal government. They can release, the leader, Abu Bara and Mahmoud. They are the leader of the Ansaru bandit group. If you release the 2 of them, hey, everybody should just know that we are talking about a country. Imagine that your father have a duplex. You are now going somewhere to go and rent one single room. If not that Nigeria that spoil, why will South Africa be sending us out? Why will South Africa be hurting our people? Because people are going outside. The giant of Africa, people are trying to leave the giant of Africa to go to South Africa to get a better life. I understand. Everybody watched them yesterday. Everybody was supporting Mexico. Because that's one thing with Nigeria. We unite when it comes to time for us to unite. I hope that we unite in this election. I hope we unite again in this election. Our father's house, we have a duplex. We are the giant of Africa. Nigeria rich in land, rich in mineral resources, rich in everything. Even Donald Trump is eyeing our oil. He's eyeing our resources. So why have they not acted? Somebody saying, I should not. They are not doing anything, bro. They are not doing anything. This government are not doing anything. It's not right that people will be in captivity. And do you know why? One of the reasons I feel, this is my own feeling, is because they feel somewhere in their heart that this move is politically instigated. Meanwhile, bro, it is not just about politics. It is simply about an incompetence. Remember the Englishman proverb that said, a stitch in time saves 9. If we don't tackle this insecurity now, if we don't tackle it head on now, this is about to become a full-blown crisis. Imagine they just neutralize this particular one. That will send a message to the other kidnappers that, bro, we are not playing with you. But no, there is somebody. Remember, somebody was asking, who issued the command? That one that happened, is it in Kogi? Please remind me if you know in the comment section. Kogi or Kwara? Or KB? Is it KB? Where 1 hour before the bandits raided, they called off the military that were there. After the military left, they came and then invaded. Till today, they are still asking the question, who issued the order? Who issued the order for those army to leave? Excuse me, sir. Who issued the order? Currently, Oshiomhole is having issue with Akpabio. Oshiomhole is always having issue with what? Akpabio. Because Akpabio, he is APC guy. He's feeling like Oshiomhole should be, you are APC now. You should not be exposing things like that. Close your mouth. I mean, ₦1 trillion fraud in NNPC. And Oshiomhole is asking that they should arrest that guy, either dead or alive. You know what the senators did? The Senate leader, he said they should discard that move. They called the case off. You know something, but if I know that if you expose Mr. B, it will further touch me. I will make sure that I protect Mr. B with all my life. Even if Mr. B is doing the wrong thing. Are you getting me? That is exactly what the case is. That is exactly what the case is. I weep for this country. We are not in democracy. We are not in democracy. We are not in democracy. This is not the democracy they promised us. A country where people cannot be free to come out and vote. A country where people, a 70-something% of people in 2023 stayed at home because they felt that their vote will not count. A country where certain media houses are sponsored and paid to promote voters' apathy. A country where even some clerics are staying on their altars to preach that they will not vote. Is that democracy? A country where election results will be announced before everybody wake up. A country where people will come out to protest, you will throw tear gas and open fire on them. A country where even the army are not giving good salary. A country where there are no jobs. A country where there's no accountability for our politicians. We don't know how they are spending our money. A country where ADC has alleged that about 800 billion has been deducted from the money sent to the states to sponsor Tinubu's campaign, Renew Hope Agenda. A country where 11 point something trillion is missing from borrowed funds. We take loans. Our president is a striker, Lonandio, Lonado, Lonandes, Olololo. We must take back our country. Kudos to the youths that are beginning to rise up